welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki if you're new here. So for this pizza, these are the meats that I'm going to be using, and I'm using ribeye steaks. You can use top sirloin or bottom sirloin. You can use a New York strip, whichever type of steak that is soft. You know, it's gonna cook faster. So I'm gonna be cooking my meat. I'm not gonna be putting it raw because I like well done meat. If you don't, then you can just put it on your pizza and pop it in the oven. So this is about 2.5 lbs or 2.6 lbs. So I'm going to be marinating my ribeye steaks, and then this is ham and that's bacon. So these are the meats that I'm going to be using in my pizza. All right, let's get to it. So guys, I'm going to start with marinating my meat, and I'm just adding like 2 or 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. You can use any kind of cooking oil that you prefer. I used peanut cooking oil, and then I'm going to go in with my spices, and it's a tablespoon for each. So I used garlic powder. You can use any kind of garlic that you prefer, like maybe the fresh one. This is what I preferred because it just makes work easier for me. I went in with also paprika, black pepper, and a little bit of salt. So for the spices, I'm using 1 tablespoon, but for the salt, I went in with 1 teaspoon. You can always add salt as you go, as you taste it. So it's always best to start with a little bit because some of the spices do have salt in them. So you can use any kind of spices that you prefer. This is what I like to taste in my meats, especially in pizza, but you can put any spices that you prefer, or you can just do the classic garlic and black pepper. So I'm just going to marinate this, put it aside for the next step. So if you're not subscribed yet, this will be the perfect time for you to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, asanteni sana, thank you so much. You guys are my darlings. Thank you for always coming back. I appreciate you guys so much. So we're going to go on to our next step, and that is activating our yeast so that you can get ready to be making our dough. And you need to use warm water around 100 degrees. If the water is too hot, it's going to kill the yeast. We also want to feed the yeast for it to be activated, so we're going to be using active yeast and some sugar. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then I'm going to mix it up real well, cover it, and keep it in a warm place. Please do not put this in your fridge. It's not going to be activated, it's gonna die. So keep it in a warm place, preferably in your kitchen counter, and just leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. So as I was waiting for the yeast to be activated, I went ahead and started on my meat. Now you can marinate your meat overnight ahead of time. I just marinated mine for probably like 5 to 10 minutes, which is fine as well. It's okay, it's still gonna taste good. And this is under high heat. You do not want the meat to release the water that's in the meat, and so like start boiling it itself. So you want to cook this under high heat. Remember, this is ribeye steak, so it's going to cook very easily, very quickly. It's very tender. This should take about 15 to 20 minutes. It should be all cooked. Now I prefer well done meat. If you do not like well done meat, you do not have to do this step of pre-cooking your meat. You can just put your raw meat into your pizza and then put it in the oven. After 20 minutes, take it out and you'll be good. So this is a step that I take because I prefer well done meat. You can also definitely chop up the pieces into even smaller pieces. This is just a preference of mine. I prefer them to be like this, but I later on chop them a little bit smaller, like in halves of what I already have, just to make it easier for bite size, because as usual, whenever I start to cook, I got some visitors. So guys, when I cooked the bacon, I reduced some of the oil that was left behind by the bacon, and that's what I used to cook my onions and the green bell pepper, and it's the same oil that I'm using to cook my pizza sauce. So yeah, I just thought I should explain in case somebody's wondering. So that's the same oil that I had decanted into my little plate over there. So I'm making my own pizza sauce, but you can as well just buy some. To be honest, if I had some in the house, I would have just used some. It's never that serious. You don't need to make everything from scratch. It's always good to make everything from scratch because you know what's in it. But you know, to make your work easier, you can always use the one from the can. Okay, yeah, but I created my own. In case you're interested, here you go. So guys, my dough is ready now, and I'm getting ready to decorate it or to put all my toppings on it. So first of all, I'm going to start with my sauce and then some cheese. So I put some cheese, and I thought I put a lot of cheese, but apparently I did not put a lot of cheese. I really wanted that to put a lot of cheese, but then I was like, okay, let me not put too much and then it spills over. I wish I'd put a whole bag, but nevertheless it turned out great. So please, I don't want to hear in the comment section, oh, you know, that is too much protein, oh, you know, that is, look, I'm the one who's going to eat this pizza and not you. And for me, cooking pizza it takes time. Okay, like you can see in the video, it takes time. So there are a lot of moving parts about cooking a pizza, and so for me, whenever I make it, because it's also not something that you should be eating every day, whenever I make it, I put everything that I like. So I like steak, not minced meat. I like bacon. I like ham. I like lots and lots of cheese, white onions, bell peppers, and you know what? I even added some cherry tomatoes for the aesthetics. And I also like pineapples. I added pineapples later, though I'd forgotten. But 5 minutes into the oven, I remembered, oh, I have some pineapples, and I went right back and popped that in for me. Okay, so if you do not like all that, do not put all that. Okay, I do not like pepperoni, so you're not gonna see pepperoni here. Put what makes you happy. put the toppings that make you happy. Me, this is what makes me happy. Okay, so you do you, boo. You do you. Okay. Okay. So my pizza is ready and it is hot as hell. So make sure you let your pizza cool down before you can cut it or touch it. Okay, it's very, very hot. It's dangerous. So it turned out great and I love it. So if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you. If you're not subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button. And guys, I want to say a big shout out, big up yourself for 500 subscribers. By the time you watch this, will be a 600 subscribers. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I would not have done it without you. Big up yourself. Nawapenda tu sana. Nawapenda sana. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power.